Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to Titanfall. Titanfall is actually a game that is currently in beta, and as some of you might know, I'm not really a big player when it comes to shooting games. I do love my strategy games, I do love anything that has to do with my brain being active and thinking about stuff, so usually I don't really enjoy shooters all that much. But as some of you might know, I used to be a pretty big Call of Duty person, especially Call of Duty 4 and all that kind of awesomeness. And after getting a beta invite for this game, I figured I should definitely give it a try and just see what happens. Now this game is actually created, it's gonna come out on March 11th, but it's created right now by Respawn Entertainment. And Respawn Entertainment, for anyone wondering, is pretty much the guys that made Call of Duty, so it's definitely a big studio that is behind this game. Now as you can see right now, I'm actually cloaked, I'm running up walls, I'm actually double jumping with my jetpack, and it's basically a futuristic kind of shooter that allows you to be very close in the combat. It's basically it's much faster paced than something like Call of Duty or Battlefield would really be, because I am allowed to basically run over walls. You can see this this weapon even has smart targeting, which means as soon as something is close in range, I will be able to quite easily take it down because my weapon locks onto it. And as you can see, there's a good example right there. But as you can see, it's just really fast. Now keep in mind, guys, this game is called Titanfall, and you might be wondering, what the frick is a Titan? Well, a Titan is basically a huge ass robot that you as a player can actually use and control, and you can do kinds of awesome things with it. So this is really the first stage in this action shooter, because very soon, as you can see in the bottom right corner, in 1 minute and 20 seconds, I will be allowed to actually, you know, basically fall my Titan out of the sky. Now, I just died right there, unfortunately. But in general, this game is a pretty good example game on how Titanfall in general seems to be working. Now, in Titanfall, players will be able to actually fight in online matches. This is all completely online versus real opponents. So those are the pilots that you sometimes see popping up on the screen when I'm actually killing stuff. But at the same time, my opponents are not just all normal players. There are also a couple of so-called grunts and specters, which are basically big units right now. But it's, by the way, my Titan right now. But those are basically units, NPCs that walk around the map that actually help out your team. But now, right now, I'm inside of my Titan, and as you can see, this thing is absolutely massive. Keep in mind, the enemy pilots, which are also enemy opponents, and enemy actual real players, will also be able to actually sit in these Titans. So very soon, we will have big robot versus robot fights. Now, I actually managed to get a nice little pick-off right there, with a lot of grunts enemy NPCs right there. I managed to kill quite a bunch of them. But this is actually really cool. Now, my Titan has a couple of abilities. For example, I can actually dash forward really quickly. I can dash backwards really quickly, and I can do that twice in the span of about 10 or so seconds. If you look in the middle of my screen right now, right below that crosshair, you can see 2 bars that are actually filled, and you can see right there I'm dashing, and it will actually cost me 1 bar, and slowly but surely it will recharge. So you can keep dashing around. Besides that, I have a really powerful rocket ability. I have my normal gun. I can actually zoom in a little bit with this gun as well. And in general, I can just walk over people, eject my actual pilot if it turns out to be necessary. But here we got a pretty cool example of another ability. This is the shield that my Titan got. And basically, it absorbs any kind of damage that comes in. Now, I got a pretty epic battle coming in right here with an enemy Titan. This is a real player that I'm playing against right now. I'm trying to use my melee attack to try and knock it down, but I sadly make a little bit of a mistake right now. I'm knocking away at it, but not realizing that my Titan is about to explode. And this is my kill cam right now. This is my opponent who just killed me. He does decide to eject, so he is out of this Titan in time, and I sadly got blown up right there. But that was a really cool Titan versus Titan battle right now. Now, this is going to be, in my opinion, one of the more popular shooters for 2014. It is really fun to play. There's a lot of game modes available. There's a lot of customizations. You can actually customize both your actual character, so you can actually like figure out exactly what kind of a weapon you want to run with. But you can also actually change the loadout of your Titan, and that is going to be so cool. Now, I'm not completely sure if there's gonna be things like camouflages and whatnot, but in general, you are allowed, yes, you are allowed to customize your character and change your loadout and all that awesomeness. Besides that, a weapon that I got also, besides this one, besides this magic pistol right here that I can just lock onto targets with, but a weapon that I also got is called the Anti-Titan gun, and that is actually my number 3 hotkey. I will use that at the end of the game, but basically it's a gun that is extremely good versus enemy Titans from the ground. So here we go. I'm actually once more calling for my Titan, and I'm gonna embark it right there. As you can see, I am settling down right now inside of my Titan. And here we go. I can once more start running around. Now this looks like to be... There's actually an enemy Titan very nearby as well. I'm trying to use all my special abilities right now. Just gonna try and knock it down, and bam! Titan assist right there. That enemy Titan is dead, and we managed to kill a pilot right there as well, which is nice. Now, in general, everything you do awards points in this game, and obviously, there will be a leaderboard. I believe I do fairly well in this game. I don't completely remember it. But I do fairly well in this game, and it's just it's a little bit of a thing that that just shows you how well you've been doing in this specific match. Besides this game mode, there's things like I've tried a couple. There's things like defend points, and you can only there's also like a game mode that you basically only play Titan, and there's a lot of different variations in this game, and it actually allows for pretty immersive gameplay. Now I wonder what this is going to be like after you played like 100 or so matches, and you unlocked a couple of guns. I'm actually quite curious if the game will still be as much fun as it is right now, but as you might have already noticed from the tone of my voice, I have been enjoying this one a lot. Now as you can see right here, we are basically at like the epilogue of the game right now. We are at the very end, which doesn't just end the game, but all the enemy pilots that are still available are gonna try and run towards this enemy ship, in which they will try to escape the actual battlefield, which is a nice little ending, opposed to like the standard game ending where it's just sort of over. Now I'm gonna get a couple more kills right now, but yeah, guys, I really enjoyed playing this one. If you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to make a couple more, but I have been enjoying myself for the last couple of hours in Titanfall. Definitely make sure to give this game a try if you actually have beta access. There we go. This is going to be the actual score in the end. Looks like I got 8 pilot kills right there, 1 Titan kill, 12 minion kills, which are the Spectres and Grunts that I've been talking about, and 3 deaths. And on that, I'm gonna thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to smile, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Today we're gonna be discussing a pretty difficult build order for Zerg versus Protoss. This is a build order that's